Welcome. Today we're going to talk about River Queen, which is the amazing story of Lucille Johnstone. I didn't know about this because I didn't grow up in the area, but I have a friend who did grow up in the area and said that like they call their dog Rivto a lot, or their friend's dog Rivto, because that's the company featured in here. So before we get to that, a few ways you can support the channel. Number one is to become a patron, patreon.com/CurtisMcHale. Number two is to take one of my courses on Skillshare. I have one on Zettelkasten and one on task management with TickTick and one on time blocking. You can find the links to those all below. And you can also join us Fridays, 1 p.m. Pacific, where we stream pretty much every Friday, just like now, where I'll answer questions about research, whatever you want afterwards. That's it. Let's dig into what the book of gaming, the River Queen. So one of the things that I wanted to dig into for a while is just more BC, Canadian history, awesome Canadian people. And so going through the river, or the Canadian section at my local bookstore, the Bookman, I found this, the River Queen, about Lucille Johnstone. I looked at the inside flap at the back of it and thought, hey, this looks like a pretty cool book. And you know what? It is a pretty cool book. So Lucille here was an integral part of the Vancouver Airport, Expo 86, St. John's Ambulance in the area, and making it like actually thrive again. On top of taking a small tugboat company and turning it into like a huge BC business, and she did like tons of other volunteer work too on top of it. The job she became known for as the River Queen was from running Rivto. Lucille was hired to work in the office, in her young life in her 20s, and worked there till most of her life. She worked there. And then as the young sons came up, she kind of got pushed out, unfortunately, and wasn't treated as well as she probably could have. But she helped out, she basically made the company function for them. And when they had no money to buy a new tugboat, she figured out how to wrangle it with the bank and make it work. She figured out how to make it work for everyone. She went everything from dispatch to being the controller, CEO of the entire company at one point. So the short version is this is a biography about an amazing lady who was a business titan in the area that Rivto would not have been what it was likely without her strong hand. Expo 86, Vancouver Airport, St. John's Ambulance in the area likely would never have really been, would have had far more floundering. And she was just an amazing lady. So, as always, my question is, should you read the book? I think if you're looking for a great story about any entrepreneur, or an awesome business person, this is a great book. If you're specifically looking for a lady, great book. If you're hey, I really want to read something about a BC business and where it's all come from, good book. It's just a good book anyways. If you're interested in biographies about business people, good book. That's it. If you liked the video, thumbs up below. If you loved it, subscribe, hit the bell. YouTube will let you know something happened. Other ways to support the channel is to become a patron, patreon.com/CurtisMcHale. You can take one of my courses on Skillshare. You can find the links to those below. Or you can go to curtismchale.ca/Skillshare, where I get some affiliate fees. We stream Fridays, 1 p.m. Pacific, where I answer questions about research and stuff like that. That's it. Have a good one.